Hi everyone, welcome back to the greatest of political shows with me directly from the cosmos. Hello Luigi, how are you?
Hello, George. I come to you from the depths of the universe
From the
to
very
analyze what's going on around the world, George.
Sorry, Luigi, I cut you off. From the very depths of Elon's universe, reporting live from the cosmic dark hole of Elon's butthole. With us, Luigi, the greatest of political. It's dark in there. It's dark in there, Luigi.
Dark.
And I gotta say, what have we got to report? I gotta break it in, Luigi, because I am astounded by developments that have occurred a mere few days ago, Luigi. The Gaza ceasefire, that's the most prominent one. I gotta give it to him, Luigi. One meeting, one. All it took, one meeting versus a billion fucking years of negotiations. And he did it. He did it. Hats off. We are all MAGA now. We're MAGA. We're MAGA. We love MAGA. We gotta give it to him. He will save TikTok. He will save TikTok. TikTokers. Since today you've lost access, Donald Trump will save it. He has brought peace to the Middle East, at least for 42 days, we'll discuss. And he will bring peace to Europe, Luigi. I mean, how many Nobel Peace Prizes does this man deserve? That's the question we're going to analyze today on the MAGA show, Luigi. We're going MAGA. We're going MAGA. We gotta go.
We have to give it to the dude. I mean, if whether you like him or not, all it took him, like, he's not in office yet, and he's brought peace to the Middle East, allegedly. Let's see how long it lasts in reality. Let's hope it does last. But yeah, I'm the greatest political negotiator of all time.
That has ever
Eh,
lived
That in Middle Earth.
in all Earths, middle, front, and back,
In the entire cosmos.
in the
But yeah,
entire. Yeah. Sorry, Luigi.
he got
I'm
he
too
got more
excited.
he got more done than Biden did in 2 years before he came into office, which is something to be applauded, whether you like Trump or not. Uh, for possible motivations, I think like Trump wants to be like seen as the peace bringer. It's a big sort of image thing for him, I guess. And being in
He keeps
contention,
mentioning it. He keeps mentioning it left and right. Now I'm elected. Everybody's telling me peace will reign in the universe. Mr. Morimoto from SoftBank Japan, he called. He was like, Donald, you're the greatest. Will we have peace now?
it
I light
seems.
a candle, Donald. I light it every night, in hopes that one day you return as the president. And he returneth. He brings peace. He brought peace to the Middle East. I just want to go back, Luigi, temporarily, because we've just implemented the first phase of the ceasefire, and there are three phases to it. And I think Israel can pull out on each consecutive phase and end of each phase, and they managed to pull that through. Why do we give all the credit to Donald Trump? I mean, I think, Luigi, you agree that if anybody, obviously obviously Biden's negotiators were doing the chunk, the greatest chunk of the negotiating, but it's still Trump's victory because he's the only variable that changed between the changing variable and the decision being made by Bibi.
Yeah.
Biden has been trying to get him to agree to these fucking plans,
It's
to
it's
this
the same
plan.
deal.
Yeah,
It's
it's the
the
same
same deal,
deal
right? That's been on
since
the
months
table for
ago.
months. Yeah.
Months ago.
So
Remember exactly what
what changed
changed? Yeah.
was the political motivation to get a deal done. And like for fucking months we've been hearing like Biden being like, I ter I tried so hard to get them to agree, but they
Day
won't
and
do it.
night, Jack. Day and night. We work. I work. I don't even know if it's day or night. I'm working for the job. It's done
Yeah.
now. But the only variable, yes, that I can see. I mean, Biden has said a lot of things, Hezbollah weakening in Lebanon, etc. But it's still the only direct variable that changed was Trump getting
Yeah.
elected, and bingo, deal got done. Hezbollah has been getting weakened for a while now. I've got some. A lot of people have heard of them already. The stories. Apparently, he's a negotiator, which was in the press conference. He called and he was told that it's Sabbath now, and Bibi won't be able to attend the meeting. And he was like, "Fuck Sabbath! I don't give a shit. I'm coming." And that set the tone to the correct level that it should have been to get Bibi to agree to a fucking ceasefire deal. Finally, after, I mean, I see the numbers. After 46,000 Palestinians have died, probably 150,000, to be realistic with you. It's a severe undercounting. Uh,
We're gonna find out soon once they start removing the rubble. By the way, I'm hearing all sorts of reports that from the bombs and the building material, like the dust that's everywhere in Gaza, like it's the biggest health hazard there has ever been. We're probably gonna have long-term effect, like
Everybody gets
country.
cancer in 20 years, whoever makes it out of the rubble. It's uh,
It's
it's it's a
it's a
pitiful
nightmare.
situation, a
Yeah,
nightmare,
yeah,
yes. And it's not even for certain that this whole thing will last because, as we mentioned, it's just the first phase of the ceasefire,
yeah.
which includes 33 hostages being released from Hamas and from the Palestinian side, let's say, and a bunch of other hostages, more so from the Israeli side. But it includes mainly female hostages that were taken in by Hamas and the others. The second phase includes the rest of the hostages being released, full pull out from Israeli forces from the Gaza territory. Now it's partial in the first phase. And then in the third phase, they're going to exchange the dead bodies and start reconstructing Gaza. I think that's the breakdown. The thing is, negotiations for the second phase, which includes the full pullout of Israel from the territory and exchange of the remaining hostages, and we're talking about the male hostages basically. For that to go through, they have to agree on it, and negotiations for the second phase to be implemented start 16 days into the first phase. And Netanyahu has already been making a lot of noise that he's going to pull out or he's going to
Exactly.
start war at the second phase. I
Yeah.
don't know if he will because things are being set in motion for a
That's
ceasefire.
that's how he's selling it domestically,
Yes.
basically. This is a temporary thing. We could go back at any time because we don't really have to agree you know, to subsequent
What
phases.
I don't see in the ceasefire deal, which was not there in the deal that Biden offered some time ago and they've just agreed to, is Hamas. I mean, obviously, Israel, one of the stated war aim, apart from the returning the hostages, is eliminating Hamas. Hamas is not going to agree to a fucking deal to eliminate itself. So this is a very tricky situation going into the negotiations in the first place. So he will not be capable of squaring that hole.
Yeah.
Uh, Netanyahu. Although I think, Luigi, what do you think about his favorabilities if he manages, if he does the deal, he did the deal was ceasefire began today. What do you think happens to Bibi's favorabilities? I suggest they're going to go up
Yeah, I think so as well.
because it is
I mean,
popular at this point in
yeah,
Israel. At the least the first phase, they want the hostages back. I don't know what the public perception is regarding Hamas.
I think that if he manages to get I mean, the hostages are being freed as we speak, presumably, because the ceasefire has gone through. Look, I think Bibi is going to be popular in domestically. The question is, like, if we do reach a permanent ceasefire, like, okay, Trump exerting muscle on Israel is one thing, but there must have been a carrot as well. That's the usual Trump thing, right? Here's how I'm gonna be really nasty to you if you don't agree, and here's what you get if you do agree. What do you think that? What do you think Trump has promised Bibi or Israel?
We
More
take
large.
Mohammed's hand. Mohammed bin Chainsaw, great guy, good guy, great with a chainsaw. We're gonna take his hand and we're gonna nuke Iran out of existence, baby. I don't know. I don't know what I've offered the take. I don't know. I don't know if there was a carrot. If there was one, normalization of relationships with the other
With
Arab
Saudi.
states, with
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia most prominently. And you've got Iran. I don't know if Bibi buys that. I don't know, maybe the West Bank. I've heard all theories that he's given him. Yes.
A normalization of relations with like Arab states would make sense from both perspectives. Especially like I don't think that Trump is gonna fuck over the Arab states, right? I mean, they're actually big sponsors.
There are greatest
It
contributors.
yeah, I mean, they pay pretty well.
They love
Uh,
Trump properties.
uh,
I doubt it as
well,
well, but
Trump
it's
Trump
if you wanna,
properties
yeah, sorry.
Trump properties are a huge Trump card, to use a pun. Okay, so what's the best way to ensure peace in Palestine, George?
You gotta give them a state. You gotta treat them as equally as as the Israelis are being treated.
Wrong answer. You built a Trump Tower.
Right on the beach front. It's the
Exactly.
beach front. That's where the sea it hits the sand. Built it there. It's gonna be beautiful. The most beautiful Trump building.
You
They're all beautiful. I don't
you
have
built
favorites.
you built a single building, and peace is gonna be guaranteed for
I
a
agree.
thousand years.
You build the Tower of Trump. It's gonna be like the Tower of Sauron, but even bigger.
Uh,
He's gone
yeah.
in, he started with a bang. We gotta give it to him. His inauguration is gonna be moved indoors. Unfortunately, like the great Ronald Reagan before him, when it was too cold again. We're gonna have an
Yeah,
indoors one. Yes, sorry,
gonna
Richard.
be. Yeah, no, that's gonna be pretty fun. And on Monday, to jump topics, he's bringing back TikTok from a ban. It seems from what he has been saying.
He saved Europa. Now he saves TikTok. TikTok. We save it. TikTokis, I love him.
How amazing is it that Trump has gone full 180 on
A
this
legend.
issue? Because somebody showed him like a spreadsheet of his popularity on TikTok going up. Suddenly he's like, we
Probably,
love TikTok.
I don't.
TikTok loves us.
I don't wanna cast aspersions, but probably the CEO of TikTok paid handsomely for a nice suite in Trump Towers, the most beautiful suites possible. But
Uh,
I can't pontificate on the specifics of this. I can only estimate. But it's amazing, yes, full 180. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. First he wants to ban it, now he will save it along with the rest of humanity. I mean, what else?
it's
I mean, last week he was threatening all of us. Now he brings peace to the world. It's gotta get done. It's got done. Deal. We gotta happen. Stop
he's,
fighting.
he's unpredictable. But no, I mean it follows the classic Trump MO. We are with whatever is popular with us, or we enrich ourselves in the process. And speaking of enriching himself or using the office to enrich himself, he launched a meme coin like on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, like this week. And it shot up in value in the markets, and most likely he has a very big stake on it. Like this is Politico saying that the
He
Trump
a
launched
thousand
cryptocurrency.
percent. Yeah, sorry. He a
Yeah.
1000% has a major stake on it.
Um, Potentially, this is Politico, potentially increasing his net worth by tens of billions of dollars on paper days before he's about to be sworn in as president. This is how you do it, George. It coins.
He
And
sells.
it's
He will sell anything. He has already sold his beautiful mom, Mary, to the Iranians. They know how to drive a bargain. Now he will sell you shitcoins.
a Trump-owned company owns 80% of this coin supply. And that coin has a market capitalization if all tokens in circulation were sold, like today at market value, would have 27 billion.
Oh my God. When
So
was this
Trump just
launched? Was it launched?
like last week,
My God, he's a salesman. An
so
ideas guy, a
the guy
salesman.
just made 20 billion out of thin air on a
Yeah,
meme coin.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I
if
saved
that
the
that
world and I release a
that
coin to
that
commemorate.
that, that is unprecedented. Like we've crossed all boundaries of
Of
conflicts of
rationality
interest
and
and
rational thought.
rationality.
Yeah, it's just vibes. Welcome to the world of vibes. He's the
So I mean,
greatest negotiator.
how long ago was Jimmy Carter selling his peanut farm to avoid the appearance of a conflict of interest? Like, what was that, like 50 years ago?
Yes. Thankfully, he's not even here to witness this desolation. Thankfully, he passed away. So at least he was spared this injustice. Although, I mean, I don't know how well he was in his 100, however many years he had before he passed away. 2 weeks ago. What was it? A week ago. Uh, but if he had any awareness of what was happening, I'm sure he was as disturbed as the rest of us. Jimmy was a good kid.
I'm already going back to TikTok for a second. I'm already seeing a lot of companies launching bits for like maintaining TikTok's operations. It's the vultures are out, George. They're
I've heard.
circling the carcass of that is TikTok.
So would
Uh,
who would you prefer buying TikTok?
oh my God. It most likely ends up with one of the big tech firms,
For
right? Like
me, it's gonna be Elon. It's gonna be Elon.
might be.
TikTok, what's gonna happen now is that Trump is gonna get a 90-day extension.
Hmm.
He's gonna have to say the Chinese ByteDance is gonna have to sell the share. I struggle to think that it's gonna end up another way, which yes is unfair, but I have to point out that it's what the Chinese do themselves if you want to operate in their market. At least, what is it? More than majority control is
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, more than
The state
50% of the
yeah.
company.
The state is an equal, the Communist
Yeah.
Party almost is an equal partner in any venture,
I mean, as we met,
like
and
any
we're talking
company.
about yes, foreign companies that want to invest as well. They gotta open a subsidiary. They gotta open a part of it into the country and
Yeah.
have more than 50% of it owned by a Chinese person for it to.
If you are China, so there's two options, right? You can just say like TikTok has been banned. I'm just shutting down US operations, and you torch the company so that you don't have to share your algorithm with whoever is buying the company. Another way is to make a lot of cash on that transaction. But I don't think the Communist Party operates like that. I think the
I think they
Communist Party,
touch it.
yeah, they
I
most
think
likely
yeah.
prefer to torch it.
Most likely you're not gonna be able to access TikTok in the
Yeah.
United States.
And
Read a
it
book,
sort of
folks.
it helps them politically as well because suddenly, like, I mean, TikTok has 170 million US
Yes.
users. That's half the country.
Yes.
I mean, if a fraction of that is pissed off about the whole trade war, then suddenly,
Oh yeah.
public opinion might
The
prevent Trump from.
Democrats, oh yeah. I mean, the Democrats suck. They're not even gonna attempt to ride the wave of this popularity. So it's Trump playing both sides. It's what I do best. I ban it. No, I save it. I mean, we're up for it. Tomorrow, people gets inaugurated. We're here for him. Best of luck. It's gonna be indoors. It's gonna be a little bit shittier than usual. Don't worry, Tony. It's gonna be great. We're gonna watch it. The whole world will be watching it. Not really. Only the ones who don't know. Only the ones who should know better. Let's end it at that. Than to watch Donny. It's gonna be a unity speech. I read, Luigi.
as always.
as
I mean,
always.
okay, we're gonna read it for the faint policy clues that might or might not be in there. But what I'm really interested in is seeing what kind of bands play in this inauguration. Because the first time around, like Trump was a very controversial. I mean, he's still controversial, but like
Yeah.
half of the artists didn't want to play the inauguration. Let's see what happens this time.
Don't. I'm not 100% certain about this, but I think the village people are gonna perform.
That's
YMCA. It's gonna be
YMCA.
great. It's gonna be the best there ever was. We're here for it, and we hope you are as well, dear viewer, dearest viewer, dearest. Luigi, is it
Oh,
time?
let's call it a day. Thanks, George. See you soon.
Thank you, Luigi. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.